Welcome back. It's another interesting segment. We have another musician in the house. But this one is Oyinbo Boy, as he's fondly called, Niki Tall. When I saw him this morning, and I said, okay, I know where you got the name from, because I was like,
yeah, he is indeed
I was like
tall.
this with, standing next to him, Niki Tall. Niki Tall is German and Greek.
Exactly, right.
But his love for Afrobeat is top-notch. Let's meet him. You're welcome.
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're good? Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I asked you earlier, what brought you to Nigeria? Did you come to Nigeria because of Afrobeat, or you came to Nigeria and discovered Afrobeat?
No, actually, I discovered Afrobeats back in Germany, and
Okay.
Afrobeats was what took me here.
Oh, okay.
So it's that way.
So
So I
what-
was doing, the first time I came to Nigeria was 2015. I started doing covers for Nigerian songs in 2008. So I got in contact with Nigerians in Germany, and I'm coming from a musical background family. So at that time, around 2007, 8, when I started going to the nightlife, my older brother took me out. That's the moment I got in contact with Nigerian music. And that's how I kind of like did my first covers on YouTube back then. When I was listening to the music and I was playing guitar.
Which song was that?
That was Kongwaso.
Congwaso!
That was my very first song that I
Okay.
did back then. And this actually went viral at that time. And then I did more and more and more. And I was already doing the whole thing, this whole Nigerian music thing in Germany or in Europe in general. And then in 2015, I had like another 4 videos that were trending at that time. That was like, okay, I finally need to go. So that was the first time I actually came. And so all this pidgin English and all that, what I was speaking at that point, I already learned it from Nigerians in Germany.
Okay.
And then I took it here. But here I polish it for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
you
go speak,
polish it for you.
we go speak English now. We go speak pidgin now.
I like that. So I want to know, what was it like, your encounter with Nigerian music? What was that special feeling that you got?
At first, it was the sound of the melodies and the sound of the rhythm, and then the sound of the language. Since the first song I've covered was a Yoruba song, I really, really picked interest in the language and the sound of the language, because it was something unique. We've been listening to Spanish music all our life. We've been listening to different types of music, but African music was not like
developed.
exposed
Yeah.
over there
Yeah.
in Europe like that. Just a very few songs. And that was the moment where I was listening to something new. And that really like piqued my interest into it. And then I got closer to the understanding of culture and how much is behind all of this.
Okay.
You know? And that really like piqued the interest in general.
Okay.
Talking about culture, what do you find most fascinating about Nigerian culture, or would I even say Yoruba, because I know you are used to the southwestern part of Nigeria.
See, what made me deal very easy and blend very well with Nigerians is actually my Greek side, because Greece is like a very cultural, traditional, and religious orientated country, which blends very well with Nigeria. Because my German side, they adapt too well with Nigerian side. Even my German side, adapt well with my Greek side, because it's very far from each other.
Yeah.
But for example, from Greek mentality to Nigerian mentality, it's
Similar.
not that far. So when I got in contact with Nigerians, that's the moment I realized we click very well, because the understanding of some certain things when it comes to greetings, respectful communication, respect the elders, regardless of what they do and which level of society they belong to. This is all like similarities from what I've been missing, me living in Germany, and what I found
In Nigeria.
in Nigeria.
Okay.
So,
that's
okay, are you done?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So what was your first impression like when you arrived in Lagos?
My very first visit was actually very turbulent, let's call it that way,
Oh, wow.
because it was not planned properly, and the people I was dealing with at that time were not so reliable, let me put it that way. So by the time when I
Okay.
landed for the first time at Lagos Airport, people were supposed to show up, they didn't show up.
Oh,
So I had to figure out Nigeria and Lagos on my own.
That's the true welcome to Lagos.
So by the time when I don't land, I was like so excited already. So I landed, and then I called a friend of mine in Germany. It was a Nigerian friend. I said, as I call her, I said, Mudukwe, as I don't land like this, wahala do. Those people are not here. So what am I doing now? Okay, then I sought myself out. I lodged close to the first airport hotel. The next day, I uploaded a picture. I'm in Nigeria. And at that time, Linda Ikeji, she was like very like big on blogs and all the time.
Yeah.
She took my pictures and put them on media out. Our own Oyinbo Boy, Niki Tall, finally in Nigeria and all of that. At that time, like when I was uploading the pictures, I said, I'm in Lagos, everything is fine. At that time, nothing was fine. That was the moment I figured out, okay, social media is not that real all the time.
It's not that real, yeah.
But when she took those pictures and put them everywhere, that's the moment like the whole attraction came like, okay, this guy that has been trending on media is finally here. And that's how I could like really like blend well into what I was doing and adapt to it.
Okay, going through your Instagram page,
Yes.
I noticed that, you know, you're very comfortable, you know, in Lagos. I see you talking to those good boys. I see you going into Korope. I see you moving around, you know, without any hindrance.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? Is it like that too in Germany?
So that's the way I am, regardless of where I go.
You are. Okay.
So firstly, number one, I'm a person that believes in positivity and love. You know, so any energy you audition out, it comes back somehow. Maybe not from the same person, but maybe somewhere around. So since I'm a positive person anyhow, I'm very free, especially here, like when I'm in Lagos. But I've been to other parts of Nigeria as well, where it's almost like the same. So,
but Lagos is like your home.
Yeah, so.
I almost believe that you live in Lagos.
But I have a house in Lagos, actually.
You have a house in
Lagos? And I
Lagos?
have my own car in Lagos, too.
Okay.
So, actually...
And you drive in
I'm
Lagos?
Driving. As you don't see me, you don't welcome me. I drive myself here.
You know your way around.
Yeah. So, if somebody would have told me from my very first video that I did in 2008 that at some point I will get to that point that I will be driving my own motor on Lekki Expressway, being stuck in traffic and all of that, I would have not believed it. So I'm very grateful for the way it came. So I'm very, very comfortable with being here as well.
Okay. You are also a DJ.
Yes.
Which is your first interaction with music.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you're into Afrobeat in Nigeria now, have you done DJ gig with at events in Nigeria?
I'm actually more known as a DJ in Germany. In Germany is where I'm
you're
doing...
also a producer.
Yeah, and I'm a producer too.
Okay.
So when I was coming to Nigeria, that was the moment I came here as Niki Tall, not as DJ Niki Tall. Okay. And in Germany, I'm a DJ. I DJ every Friday, Saturday. That's what I'm doing for a living. So when I come to Nigeria, it's more like that I'm more known as an artist over here, and I would love to keep it that way. I love DJing too, but I don't want to be branded too much in one corner, because this entertainment works a little bit different. Once when you brand yourself
They'll
into,
just box you to
they will just box you into that. So I didn't really like. I've DJed in Nigeria already too, but that was more like not like on an official level like that, but more when I come to Nigeria or Africa is as the entertainer Niki Tall with his own songs. That is more like the dream I'm pushing forward. DJ is something that I love and that I love doing, but my schedule is like so overloaded in Germany with DJing. I DJ every Friday, Saturday. I do weddings, I do events, I do company events and all of that. So in Nigeria, I've tried to stay more as an artist.
As an artist. Okay, Abimbola has a question.
Oh, yes.
For you.
So, Niki,
Yes.
if you'd like to take us through your experience or compare your life as an Afrobeat artist in Nigeria and in Germany, if you take a vote on both, what has it done to you? Has Nigeria given you that platform to be bigger than Niki Tall?
Yes, so actually any success I have to credit for, I have to credit Nigeria for it.
Okay.
Because in Germany, structures were different by the time when I started.
Okay, you can just
Okay.
the camera.
Structures were different by the time when I started. In Europe, the whole Afrobeats movement started from scratch while it was already like happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
So in Nigeria, in Germany, for example, or like in Europe, we have been building, I was part of building those foundations with a lot of DJs and promoters that we've been struggling in the beginning with, to have at least like 50 people on an event to come. While in Nigeria, like the whole, you have like thousands already listening to that type of sound. So for me, it was very, very good when I came to Nigeria that I was able to make that bridge happening, because Afrobeats at that time, I'm talking of 2010, 11, 12, around that time, Afrobeats was not that much of a big thing like it is right now. Right now, Afrobeats is globally, it's everywhere. And when I came to Nigeria, that gave me a lot of more grounding and seriousness in Germany as well.
Okay.
That's the moment when I came to Nigeria and I came back. That's the moment I got invited by radio stations in Germany.
So it gave you the popularity.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So
sorry.
it was Nigeria that gave me that stamp of confirmation.
Okay, so a follow-up to that is you DJ in Germany.
Yes.
Do you also now infuse Nigerian music when you DJ?
100%, 100%. And that's what's happening everywhere. Everywhere you go to right now, restaurant, bars, clubs, you hear Afrobeats,
Even
Nigerian
in
music.
Europe.
Even in Europe, in Germany, all over. So when we are looking at those streaming numbers right now, this is where we can really take analytics from, right? You can hear that this music is being played all over the world by now. And even Germany, it's like you hear Afrobeats everywhere. And I'm very, very proud to witness that growth, because it was not like that.
Your president, is he still around?
Mr.
Mr.
Steinmeier.
Steinmeier.
I think he's in Abuja right now.
He's in
And
Abuja.
I think he's planning of coming to Lagos, as far as I know.
Oh,
because I
okay.
spoke to a friend of mine who has an invitation of seeing him in Lagos.
Okay, you are going to see him too.
Me personally, I don't have an invitation.
Okay.
Are there Afrobeat legends that you really love and their work has also influenced your style and creativity?
It was from that time when I started. That was the era of Nice, Mo Hits, Two-Face. So that was the era I started from and where I started making my first videos and covers from. So to me, that era of artists is something that is legendary to me. But I've listened to artists that has been before them, and I'm listening to a lot of them that are recently reigning. So to me, when you say legends in Afrobeats, to me personally is definitely our number one is Fela, because Fela is still forming, like, it takes so much influence into Afrobeats as till date. Like, almost see how many songs are still sampled and been converted into new music. So then my own personal is Nice.
You really like Nice.
You must really like Nice.
Because I'm telling you, what Nice has done for me, as much as he benefited from this Kongwaso song, as much as I did as well. And when he brought me out on that One African Music Fest 2017 in London.
In London, okay.
That was like another breaking point moment of my career too. So that's something where I've said, okay, this person has actually done something for me, where I have to be grateful for. And another one is Two-Face Idibia. Too much love his music.
But what did you sing for us?
Please, before he sings for you. Before he sings for you. Okay, my final question for Niki this morning is, you love Nigeria so much. You are in Nigeria at least, how many times in a year?
2 to 3 times per year.
Two to three times. Are you thinking, or have you thought of also getting citizenship of Nigeria?
I would love to. So if they are seeing this, if it's possible to get like a citizenship, I would love to get it. But it's actually not that easy. So I'm very, very happy that I can come here and that I have good relationships, that I have a visa, multiple entities I can enter in and out as much as I want.
Okay.
But if you could make this citizenship happen for me,
I'll give you some tips.
I would have
Like
loved
maybe
to.
speaking Yoruba or Igbo.
You know,
or
actually, do you know I have a shiftancy title?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
From
Where?
where?
Magodo.
Magodo.
So from there.
What's your
So maybe
chieftaincy
with the-
title?
with
He
the
has.
whole
No,
support-
what is it?
What is it?
What
What's
is
the name
what's
of
your
it?
No,
title?
actually, see, I even have a Yoruba name,
So what?
which is
what are you-
Adebowale.
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 Okay, so what's
That's the name that
title?
my fans give to me
Okay.
by the time when I came to the first time
Yes,
to
now
Nigeria.
you are back home.
Because, yeah, that means like the
Adebowale.
crown has came home, right? So
So what's your title?
the title, they call it Gbe Asha Laruge.
Gbe Asa
Laruge.
Laruge.
So that's like the promoter of
Of
culture.
Of
culture.
culture.
Amazing.
Well done.
Shout out to-
You see, you're going to get the citizenship, don't worry.
So yeah, if you can work on that one, I would appreciate it a lot.
Okay, Joy wants
Our
you to...
producers, yes, say you must sing for us before
Okay.
you go.
Okay, then let me give you that song, the one that has opened the whole gate for
Yeah.
me when it comes to Afrobeats. Gongwa sokutupawu, anywhere I day now. Gongwa sokutupawu, any shot go now. I just should be a yalari, or ya should be babeni konka. I be double now. I yella, erionka.
That's all. We also know that you have, released your own album or
Two of
music,
them by
two
now
of them,
already.
yeah. And you sang it. The title is in Yoruba. We saw it when the show started.
Okay.
Apart from singing Afrobeat, is there something you bring in from your own culture that you also add to?
Yeah.
That you infuse into this Afrobeat?
Yes. Especially like since I'm a music producer too, I love to mix sounds. And as much as, for example, like Rema takes a lot of Indian influence into his songs,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he was like in the beginning, where he was like, okay, that's something new. As much as I tried as well with implementing, for example, like our Greek instruments or melodies, and fuse it together with Afrobeats. Because Afrobeats at this point is like a genre that blends everywhere and has like potential to be in addition to any other genre as well. So definitely that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So it's about experimenting with sounds and all of that.
So aside Lagos, what other parts of Nigeria have you visited?
I've been to Benin. I've been to Port Harcourt. From Port Harcourt, I've been to Ughelli.
Ughelli.
And that's Delta States.
Delta, yeah.
So these are the parts I have been to so far.
You haven't been to Abuja?
I've actually not been to Abuja.
Wow.
I still need to, but there was actually nothing really like taking me there so far.
Oh, wow.
So I think I have to take the journey by myself and just to
Just go
explore and see how it is.
Okay. Still talking. I still want to talk about your music.
Sure.
How do you see now the future of Afrobeat? Do you think it hasn't evolved yet? Where do you see it in the future?
I feel like I see the comparison of, for example, what has happened to Latin music in the early 2000s, when like we had artists, for example, like Shakira that have been taken, or like Daddy Yankee that has been taken, like reggaeton music all over the world. If you see a song like "Calm Down" right now from Rema
Calm
and
Down, okay.
like then you come up with a remix with Selena Gomez. That's like already something
yeah.
that takes the whole. These were like some moves that been taking the whole movement globally. So, but at the same time, this has happened way back already.
Okay.
It's just like that people need to wake up to it. Like the way that P Square did it back then with Rick Ross, that was already like an international collaboration we didn't expect to be happening at that time. So where do I see Afrobeats? I see it as one of the established major music genres that are all over the globe, that you can see next to hip hop, rock, pop, Afrobeats, Latin music, let's put it that way. So it's on its own, because Afrobeats is getting that recognition right now. And the professionalism is there. The way the whole entertainment scene over here in Nigeria has grown over the years. When you see what is coming out, what is produced right now out of Nigeria, distributed to the world, that's already the same standard what we are doing in America or in Europe.
What's your favorite Nigerian food?
My own favorite Nigerian food is pounded yam with egusi. That one,
Correct.
that one is.
Not correct.
Correct.
Even I had it yesterday.
What's the reaction of your parents? Reaction of your parents to your journey into Africa?
Sadly, my mom was not able to witness before that whole started, because when I was 16, 17, that's the moment when she passed away. So she doesn't know anything about that I've started actually this Nigerian thing. My dad is still very, very present in my life, and I've just been on a video call before I drove here, and I've shown him like a little bit around like the way Lagos looks like, which roads I'm coming to get here. And my dad is like, I wish so much to motivate him to come here one time.
Oh no.
Because he's still like very fit and very fresh. So I said to him and my godfather, like the both of you, you need to come to Nigeria at least like one time in your life, not when you're old. They're laughing about it.
All right.
Okay, before you go,
Yeah.
there's something we do here. We talk about Lagos sense. You mentioned
Just
it
something about that.
briefly that when you landed in Nigeria, the people that were supposed to welcome you were not there. So, what is it good or bad experience have you had in Lagos that really shocked you and that remains memorable to you?
See, I'm a type of person. I've grew up in an environment in Germany where I'm used to a lot of rough things.
So you don't see Lagos
And
as
there is a lot of things out of my past that I've left behind me. When I came to Nigeria, I can bring it out easily anytime. So there was something, especially what I've realized in Nigeria, if you want to do something and you want to, because there's different business I'm involved into, where people don't even really know, okay, this is like Niki Tall or this is like another, this is where people meet you like on a one-on-one conversation and they have an issue with you. So how to say it in a nice way, me, I'm not shying back for bad situations either, right? So of course there are like some situations you get yourself into, but you can get yourself out of it as well on your own too. So in Lagos, you need to be tough, especially when you're in nightlife, because at night is where things are different. So to me, I'm good so far.
You're
God
good.
has blessed me, so everything is okay.
So you're lucky.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Okay, just before we go, collaborations
Yes, sir.
is big in Afrobeat,
100%.
music especially. Who are those you're looking forward to collaborating with in Nigeria, and who are those that you have collaborated with?
So far, I had a song with Ice Prince, and I had a song with Ola Dips, which was on
Okay, that's the
on my
Gbogbo
first
Aye.
album. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And there were like I did a lot of collaborations, but I wasn't really able so far to get like those A or B list artist collaboration, which is pretty hard to get at some point. It's about connection and about momentum, right? So I'm working towards that, to build up a new momentum and then reach out for good collaborations that are people, or that especially my fan base would be appreciated.
All right. Interesting conversations we've had.
Okay, Joy, don't
Okay,
worry.
we
I was
have
just going
it.
to say,
We-
don't take a
do we
break
have-
because
do we have
time
a
is
message?
fast spent, so we just need to go.
Okay.
So we will sign out with Niki
Okay.
with us on the program. So go
Okay.
ahead.
So I was saying interesting conversations that we've had today in the studio with Niki Tall, Oyinbo Boy, talking
You need
about
to see if he stands there.
he's tall. If I stand beside him. My journey as an Afrobeat artist is what we have talked about, and of course his experience in Lagos. This is where we will end the conversation today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a
Niki
lot for
Tall, and
having
we
me.
wish you the very best, and hopefully you'll get your citizenship.
Amen. In Jesus' name. I hear you.
All right. I am Joy Olu. Thank you for joining the conversation this week. We'll see you again Monday.
And I am Adebimpe Omotayo. I'll see you again next week, Monday, with my voice intact. After all the partying.
Okay, many thanks for watching the conversation this week long. And to everyone who's been part of our success story this week, we truly appreciate you. To all the crew members and the producers, we say thank you for all you do. Monday is another time to join the crew on the conversation. I am Abimbola Bello. Bye for now.